Let's find out if neat and sloppy gift wrapping affect how much people like the gift inside in this almost academic attempt at reading a peer-reviewed research paper. Today's paper is titled Presentation Matters: The Effect of Wrapping Neatness on Gift Attitudes, published in the Journal of Consumer Psychology. The abstract could have been better written for regular humans, but here's the gist. For people close to you, tidy wrapping raises expectations, making the same gift more disappointing than if it had been wrapped sloppily. For acquaintances, wrapping acts as a cue about your relationship, and the neater the wrapping, the more the gift is liked. The former is expectation disconfirmation, where the revealed reality differs from the original expectation. The latter is an assimilation effect, where an impression of one thing spills into the judgment of another. A quick aside on an already evident, obnoxious writing style that resurfaces throughout this paper. The parenthetical contrasts are unnecessary and feel like shoulder angels shouting at each other while I'm having a minor stroke. Following the abstract, the introduction opens with a quip I haven't heard before, but sounds like it could sit below a New Yorker cartoon or on a sarcastic "thanks for the gift" greeting card. If you can't wrap presents well, at least make it look like they put up a good fight. The first study tests the theory that once unwrapped, neatly wrapped gifts will be liked less than a sloppily wrapped counterpart. University students received extra credit for participation in this study, having been pre-selected months earlier to only include basketball fans who liked the Miami Heat but not the Orlando Magic. I'll admit I got lost in thought wondering, are Florida NBA fandoms really that robust in Nevada and Tennessee? Or had they brokered an inter-university extra credit deal somewhere in Florida? That mystery remains. Participants were randomly split into 4 groups based on 2 factors: whether the wrapping was neat or sloppy, and whether the concealed gift was a desirable Miami Heat mug or an undesirable Orlando Magic mug. The authors don't mention the final fate of the mugs, so I'm guessing a graduate student frantically rewrapped the same 2 mugs throughout, and the participants walked away with extra credit but were otherwise empty-handed. After unwrapping the gift, participants answered 5 questions on a 9-point scale, which were averaged to measure overall attitude. The questions asked if the gift matched expectations formed while it was still wrapped, whether they were pleasantly or unpleasantly surprised after opening it, and 3 questions about their own gift wrapping skills. The authors didn't provide a figure, so I mocked one up based on the text, taking a cue from this study that a sloppier visual might even be better received. The results showed that sloppy wrapping made every gift seem better, no matter what was inside. Participants' own wrapping skills didn't impact how much they liked the gift. The second study built on the first, with a few main differences. Desirability was removed by using the same neutral gift for everyone, a pair of JVC earbuds. Participants were asked about their expectations before opening the gift, not just how well the revealed gift matched their expectations after. The researchers added a new third condition, a gift with no wrapping at all. University students again earned extra credit for participation, but this time there was no physical gift, only the task of imagining one, which I suppose counts as another main difference. The authors don't explain why this gift was imaginary, but cost probably wasn't the limiting factor if, indeed, the first study rewrapped the same 2 mugs throughout. Participants in the neat and sloppy conditions saw this image of their assigned wrapped gift, rated their expectations based on the image, then rated their attitude after imagining opening it. They also answered if they thought the gift was wrapped by a friend or someone else. In the no wrapping condition, participants simply imagined receiving an unwrapped gift. The results were clear. Before unwrapping, neatly wrapped gifts created higher expectations than sloppy ones. After unwrapping, the trend reversed, and sloppily wrapped gifts scored higher. This reversal came from both a drop in attitude for the neatly wrapped gift and a boost for the sloppy one. The non-wrapped gift scored worst of all. Neatness did influence who they thought had wrapped the gift, but those assumptions didn't affect expectations or how much the unwrapped gift was liked. The third study looked at whether the closeness of the relationship between the gift giver and recipient changes how the wrapping itself is interpreted. Participants were recruited from an online crowdsourcing marketplace and split into 4 groups based on 2 factors: neat versus sloppy wrapping, and whether the gift was from a close friend or a casual acquaintance. These virtual participants were asked to imagine being at a party with a secret gift exchange. Many details were borrowed from the second study, including the wrapped gift images, the neutral gift, and the attitude questions. This throughline perhaps explains why the second study relied on imaginary gifts. The authors used an ANOVA, or analysis of variance, to determine if differences were due to chance or real effects. Relationship status alone was insignificant. Wrapping neatness was moderately significant, but the combination of the two was highly significant. For close friends, the earlier pattern held, and sloppily wrapped gifts scored higher. The relationship is clearly established, so the wrapping serves as a cue about the gift. For casual acquaintances, the pattern flipped and neatly wrapped gifts scored higher. Acquaintances may instead use wrapping as a cue about the relationship, specifically how much the giver values it. That impression then spills over onto the gift itself, an assimilation effect. The authors then note limitations of this current work and propose directions for future research. For gift appearance, this paper only considers wrapping neatness. Future research could explore other factors, like paper quality or embellishments like ribbons and bows. The authors didn't mention gift bags, but I wonder how those would compare to the wrapped gifts considered in this study. This paper didn't consider the impact of age. Is the reaction to sloppy wrapping different if a child or an elderly person did it? This paper only looked at two relationship types, close friends and casual acquaintances. Future research could test a wider spectrum, from the extremely close connections of romantic partners to the practically non-existent connections with anonymous givers. Or it could move beyond social settings entirely and into business contexts, where companies maintain both close and distant relationships with vendors, employees, and customers. This paper limited gift value to what a friend or casual acquaintance might reasonably give. Future research could be expanded to include gifts that were extremely expensive or very cheap. So to recap, wrapping neatness matters, but neat isn't always better. Close friends rate sloppy gifts higher because the gift exceeds expectations, creating a positive surprise, while neat gifts can cause a negative one. This is expectation disconfirmation. Casual acquaintances rate neatly wrapped gifts higher because they see it as a sign the relationship is valued, and that impression spills over onto their judgment of the gift. This is an assimilation effect. Any wrapping is better than none at all. Before reading this paper, I hadn't put real-life thought into gift wrapping, but now I feel oddly overqualified to wrap gifts that would impress close friends and disappoint casual acquaintances.